Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. Today I want to talk about a new product from Citadel Nutrition called Tier 1 Plus, something I've been using for the last couple of weeks, and anyone who's been following me for any length of time knows that I've been using Citadel and been associated with them for quite a while now. To give you a little bit of background information, before I was affiliated with them, it was a product that I would buy all the time because I really like their profile. And it's interesting when you talk supplements here on YouTube just because you're never really sure what you're gonna get.
Greens is back, RTN Greens. This is what I use to replace my fruits and vegetables, and people got mad at that.
And who you're gonna get it from.
And for you guys that haven't seen any of the other videos, what Afterburn Fuel is, it's a pre-workout supplement that I created a while back. I drink it before every single workout.
Meaning that oftentimes people are affiliated with different companies, they have discount codes, they're monetarily incentivized to push their products and get some sort of monetary return in exchange for some very kind, encouraging words about those products. Now, I want to set the record straight here. Although I am affiliated with Citadel Nutrition, I have never received any amount of money for them. In fact, some might say I haven't received any real benefit at all. Or have I? But to be honest, the reason that I'm affiliated with them is simply because I really like and respect what they do as a company, and I like how they go about things with actually providing research for all the ingredients and the formulation processes that they use to let you know exactly what you're getting and why you're getting it, and not just some outlandish claim. So it's all backed up by scientific research, which, let's be honest, I'm quite a big fan of. Now, I was also a little hesitant to do this video only because recently one of my best friends on YouTube, I mean, I can't tell you how close we are, Kelsey from Kelsey Lifts. She recently did a review on Tier 1 Plus and she got a lot of negativity. She got a lot of thumbs down, a lot of bad comments. And it's really tough these days because I know where people are coming from, you know. We see video reviews that are overly positive and we're really quick to jump the gun and just really say, all right, you're getting paid off, or, you know, you're a sellout, you're chump change, whatever. And I want you to know, hopefully, that that's not the case with this particular video. Again, not monetarily incentivized by Citadel. And speaking of Citadel, it's quite hot in here. And to be honest, I don't really get why the hate is. I mean, oftentimes, as YouTubers, we're asked for our opinion, we're asked to review different products, things of that nature, only because it's things that you want to save your money on. You don't want to spend your money on a product that's not going to do what it really says it's going to do.
This is not a workout. This is a revolution. This is shake weight for men.
So we're really cautious to buy things, so we oftentimes turn to YouTube to see other people's reviews. Is it just me, or is it hot in here? So as part of that, when I initially first started my channel, I did a lot of supplement reviews, and that's why I started my YouTube channel. I did reviews because I wanted people to know about products that I initially was interested in, but I wanted to see a review on. And let's be honest, for here on YouTube, we're not here to read things, so we don't want to go online and read reviews. We want to watch reviews. We want to see all them gains. Speaking of gains, I don't know why I'm wearing a long sleeve t-shirt. And I did that for a long time. So I would go and buy different products, I'd do reviews on them, and eventually got to the point where companies started sending me a ton of product. And let's be honest, that is awesome. I know that's why a lot of you potentially have YouTube channels too. You want to get sponsored, you want free stuff. Let's face it, that's all really nice because we don't have to spend our own money on it. The problem is as I started to get more and more stuff sent to me and I really started contemplating the type of reviews and what I would say about these companies, it really forced me to educate myself better. And the main reason behind that is because, you know, people were sending me all sorts of stuff and I really appreciated what they were sending me and I wanted people to send me more stuff. So I might be kind of skewed into giving more favorable reviews to certain products just because I didn't want to stop that free flow of products to me. I don't want that free stuff. Chump change at its finest. But I got to the problem where I really had to consider, you know, my own morals and what I thought, my own ethics about are these products actually legit or not. So as I started doing that, excuse me, it's getting really hot in here. As I started doing that, what I started to do is started reading up on individual ingredients because at the time, I was guilty of this too, doing reviews on things like, oh, it gave me a pump of 8 out of 10 or an intensity or a focus of 7 out of 10. And all these things were very subjective. So it was tough to give an honest review just because it was just based off my own opinion and not any facts. And a lot of times with supplements and ingredients, we get into placebo effects. I know if you've seen any of my videos on nitric oxide and L-arginine and all sorts of stuff, that's a big discussion over there on those videos. In fact, it's one of my older videos, but I get several comments on that every day from people telling me, oh, it works for me, trust me. but there wasn't any scientific research to back it up. So that's really why I'm big on Citadel and the things they do. And as part of that, I just want to make sure I'm upfront with you. So one of the things I like about them, besides the fact that, you know, they tend to send me free things every now and then, but they support my channel. They've made Campbell Fitness shirts for me, but they never ask for anything in return. In fact, most of the times when you see a video of mine where I talk about Citadel, it's because I want to talk about it, just because they never ask me to do anything. Despite that fact though, anyone who's ordered from them, you know that you always get handwritten notes, they keep on top of stuff. You know, they don't spend a lot of money on advertising or things of that. They've really grown organically, and they've gotten really big, at least in my opinion, as they've really diversified some of the products that they're offering. And again, they're all high quality products, not to mention they're all also scientifically backed, again, which I really like. I talk to Dan and John on a quite frequent basis, and they're actually in the process of opening their own gym down in Georgia, which I'm planning to go to hopefully at some point this year. Whew, still hot in here. But I think it's just important to let you guys know that, just because at the end of the day, although I'm big fans of them, I am affiliated by them, I want you to know that they don't really have too tight a squeeze on me. So today, what I want to talk about just in general is Tier 1 Plus. Again, a new product they have that's actually not all that different from the old Tier 1. So without further ado, and let's be honest, this is very uncomfortable, can't really breathe in this, and pretty hot up to this point, let's talk about Tier 1 Plus. So on the left, you have the regular version of Tier 1 with the black label. On the right, the red label, which is the new Tier 1 Plus. And taking a look at the ingredient profile, they're almost identical, except the Plus has 100 milligrams more of caffeine. So you're still getting 5 grams of creatine, which is great for strength output. You're still getting 3.2 grams of beta-alanine, which is really good for muscular endurance and reducing fatigue, both of which are probably the two most studied and beneficial supplements out there in my opinion. However, it should be known that these don't really have any benefit taking pre-workout. So you don't have to take these pre-workout. The main goal behind these is take these every day, but I like having them in a pre-workout here just because I know that they're giving me some benefit, and it's really an easy way to make sure that I do in fact get those in each and every day. On top of that, you have caffeine. We should all be well aware of what that does as far as a stimulant goes. And finally, tyrosine, which is a precursor to adrenaline, as well as some other brain function type activity. And there's some promising stuff showing tyrosine and caffeine being synergistic when used together, so some really good effects. And if you want to find out more, I highly encourage you to go to their website, as they give you all of the reasons why they included what they did. So a big fan of these products and the company. Again, the real reason is there's no filler. You know exactly what's going in there. There's no proprietary blends. There's research behind the ingredients. And honestly, when I was making my own pre-workouts, these are all ingredients that I included anyways. The main difference here is just 100 milligrams more caffeine in the Plus. And to me, the reasoning behind that is we all have different caffeine tolerances, so some people can take more, not to mention we're different sizes. So a 300-pound man, which hopefully I can become someday, would probably need a little bit more caffeine than, let's say, a 100-pound girl, which some say I already look like. So it's really up to you here. The nice thing is regardless of which one you want to go with, they're the same price, so you don't have to pay any more to have the caffeine in it. But the reason they did this is because some people were saying they needed more than one scoop to get that extra stimulus from the caffeine, in which case you're starting to get more creatine, more beta-alanine, more tyrosine, and you don't really have any benefit of taking more of those. So they wanted to make sure you were getting the best bang for your buck. So they're just looking out here. Again, no price difference between the two. So there you go. At the end of the day, Tier 1 Plus, same great formula as Tier 1, just a little bit of extra caffeine, those who really choose to use it without having to really waste necessarily the other ingredients included. Now, don't take my word for it. Chump change motherfucker, checking in. But if you're interested in finding out more about Citadel Nutrition or reading any of the articles or research that really goes into their products, feel free to check out their site, which of course is always linked in the description box below. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big. All right, so I want to just talk to you guys briefly. I know the video is officially over. I just finished filming it, but I do want to state that this video was supposed to be somewhat of a joke. I know potentially at times you guys don't always get my sense of humor. That being said, I'm well aware that is Chelsea and Chelsea lifts. That was another joke, funny or not. It is what it is. But again, I just want to really reiterate here that if you haven't checked out Citadel Nutrition, I would highly suggest it. Despite the fact, again, you might think I'm a chump change sellout motherfucker. Whatever you may think, that's fine. Do yourself a favor, go to their site and actually read some of the articles, because even if you don't choose to go with their products, it'll help you make a better educated, informed decision when you start looking at some of the products that maybe you do take or you have spent money on in the past, and you might realize that there are some corners around that you could cut to get a more effective overall product, or even make your own in some cases. So that being said, I also wanted to show you so you could maybe appreciate exactly what I had to go through for this video. Those are all the clothes that I wore during the opening, minus the beanie that I have on now, 5 Under Armour Tech t-shirts, 1 being long sleeve, a Triumph singlet by Titan, 2 sweatshirts, and then of course there's that Under Armour bag over there that's branded by Citadel Nutrition, all great stuff. So they really take care of me. The funny thing is this isn't even all the stuff that they have sent me. So I have a ton. Let's see if I can get in focus here. You guys can also see the editing being done in the back. I have a ton of other tech tees that they sent that are Campbell Fitness branded. They just sent me one from the Strength Athlete, which is Bryce Lewis. You guys are probably more than well aware of who he is, as well as tank tops and other stuff. So they've always been really good to me without me ever giving anything in return except for shitty, crappy review videos like this. So again, do yourself a favor, check them out. Also, go ahead and check out Chelsea Lifts. Again, I know I said Kelsey. That was the joke. Her channel will be linked in the description box, and show her some love as well. In the meantime, as always, officially, thanks for watching and stay big. Keep selling out, my pretties.